Well, John, you made a lot of changes on Tuesday, so I'm presuming there's been sort of two different paths of training this week. How's it been this week?
Yeah, we had a recovery group in today, the lads that played the other nights, and then the group that trained on Tuesday afternoon, plus the subs, they trained fully today. So, yeah, day off yesterday, back in at it today, did the review of the game, I got straight onto Fleetwood, and yeah, been a really positive day.
Fleetwood, they're a side that are going to be well up for it at the weekend, so what's the best way to approach these sorts of games?
I think just as any other game, and to make sure that we're really on top of things, the form Fleetwood are in terms of results isn't great from their perspective, but they had they put in a very, very good performance at the weekend against Peterborough, restricted Peterborough to one goal, which is rare for sides these days to be able to do that against such a potent side, and performed really well. Probably could have nicked it at the end, and I think they would have been very, very pleased with the uplift in performance. They've got some really, really good players, coached by a really good coach who's worked at a high level as well. So they're a real threat. We've got to make sure we are on top of that, and we approach it as we have done every other game.
What are you expecting from them? What are some of their main threats?
If you look at the front two that they've been operating with, Stockley and Marriott, two players at this level and the level above who've been excellent for a number of years, and they've got players throughout the side that can pose a threat. So we have to make sure that we're right on top of that, especially across their attacking line. And to add that to what I'd said previously about the coaching staff and the coach that they have, knowing how to get the best out of teams, especially at this level. They've got enough threats that we have to make sure we are very, very wary.
What's squad availability looking like?
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The couple that we have from the other night, Anthony Scully got through the game nicely, so that was positive. Tom Lowry is still nursing a slight tight calf. We are just double checking on that with the scan today to see where we are. Conor Ogilvie is back out on the grass. He's going to be a couple of weeks away from full training. And then the other two from Tuesday night, Zach Swanson struggling a bit with his groins, a recurring issue that he had last season. We thought we were over it towards the back end of last season through pre-season, particularly with the performances that he had been putting in so far. And then the final one is Christian Sadie picked up a knock towards the end of the game. For anybody who was there or watching it, they'd have seen the tackle that flew in. I thought it was a really, really poor tackle that went unpunished by the referee. And Christian's ended up with just a bit of a swollen foot off the back of that. Still a bit puzzled as to why the tackle wasn't picked up by the referee on the day. The explanation was that our players didn't react enough, but I was unaware that the game was supposed to be refereed on reactions, and when our players do react, they get booked. So a bit of a strange one. I know that's more of an answer than you've asked for, but I thought it was important just to get that context out there, because I do feel sorry for Christian. He's taken the brunt of an awful challenge.
What's your message to the supporters ahead of this weekend?
I think first of all, thanks to everybody that came out the other night to see a pretty poor display from us. To get close to 8,000 in the second round of the EFL Trophy when the other attendances up and down the country, you've had some in the hundreds, I think is testament to what the fans are willing to do at this stage of the season. So first of all, thank you to everyone that turned up during that game and didn't see us at our best. The other message is to keep on going. There's not a huge amount that I need to say. I'm sure everybody's really excited to get on this little run that we've got at Christmas, to be back at home at Fratton Park a couple of days before Christmas. I think that's amazing. I think it's really exciting. I know the atmosphere is going to be brilliant. Honestly, what do I need to say? Nothing. The fans will generate that themselves, and hopefully we're all together and have a good go at it, and then we come away with 3 points on Saturday afternoon.
How much of a contribution can they have in getting the lads through this tough Christmas period?
So if you look at the game in isolation on Saturday, we love playing at Fratton Park. We know how good it can be. We know how intimidating we can make it. We've got to make that exactly the same again. And then going through to the next tough away fixtures, I don't think we've been allocated too many for Bristol Rovers, which is unfortunate. So I know they sold out really quickly, but tucked away in that corner, I still know the fans are going to make a massive difference. And the away travel this year, we waxed lyrical about it for a reason, and I'm sure it'll be the same against Exeter. One of the more local ones, Exeter. Still a long way, but they're going to be brilliant. And then the New Year's fixture is going to be a really special one again, back at home. It's going to be a really good atmosphere there, with Stevenage flying high in the league as well. So the way that the fans travel in numbers and also in how loud they are is going to make a massive impact.
And what does that schedule look like for the players over that sort of Christmas period? Will they be in on Christmas Day?
So we are playing the game Saturday. The boys are in on Sunday. So they're in on Christmas Eve. We are doing the post-match, the pre-match, and the pre-match on on Sunday. And then the lads have got a run to do at home on Monday morning, and then we are reporting here to travel to Bristol on Monday afternoon. So they're not here on Christmas morning, but yeah, we are in on Christmas Day later on in the day. One of those unfortunate things, we need to get up there and travel overnight. And then after that, even though we've got quite a few games, the schedule returns to a bit more of a normal one with days off after the games and then back in the day before the game.
I know you'll obviously be wrapped up in preparation and reflection on Sunday and Monday, but how will you be celebrating Christmas?
The fact that we're not in on Christmas morning will mean that I'll have time to spend with the family and the kids, which is great. That's what I want the players to do. It's not the reason that I decided to give the players a day off. Sometimes it's easier to be away from the kids, but the time I think is really important for the lads to spend with their young families on Christmas Day. I think we get a lot more out of them come the Boxing Day fixture, because I know they're going to be very, very professional. I know they're going to do the right things there. They're not going to overeat. They're not going to drink. They're going to make sure they stay on top of themselves. So it's no concern in terms of what their preparation is going to be. And yeah, it'll be a nice day, but ultimately around the Christmas period, as it's been for the last sort of 20 years in my life, it's a really, really busy period, load of fixtures, and we're going to have to do a very, very quick turnaround from the Saturday game from the 23rd to the 26th. We're going to have to get straight on the footage for Bristol Rovers, get straight on it again for Fleetwood, and that's just the way it is. We can't enjoy it, to be honest. And yeah, we'll be heads buried in laptops, and they're very busy out on the training pitch as well.